Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Redskins going up against the Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Washington Redskins and the Minnesota Vikings. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Gun, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Throwing on 1st down. Clay. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Here's Thomas draws with his first carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Eric Kendricks in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
And he motions the wide receiver. On third down. Clay. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Bridgewater on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he slings one that's incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. They'll hand to Rawls. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. To throw on 3rd down. Clay. He's going to rifle one deep left, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And here come the Redskins now. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
3 yards to go on 2nd down. Slot man moves right. They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete. It's Rawls. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go.
Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion. 1st down, this is Rawls. And a loose football. Rawls loses it. And this belongs to the Vikings. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. McKenna. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Bridgewater. Complete. Richardson has it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now McKenna. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Bridgewater now on second down. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. The catch made by Miller. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They run it with McKinnon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Second down, Bridgewater. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Paul Richardson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And it's going to make our score 15-3. deploys the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a...
This is caught at the 20. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 56 yards.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. And Hopkins' kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now it's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Hey, wide 80. Hey.
Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Wide 90.
Bridgewater off the play fake to McKenna. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
The coverage that time was unbelievable the whole way around. I mean, you've got a quarterback just standing back there in the pocket. He had all night to survey the field, and he still couldn't find anybody. And when he finally did throw it, he threw it to the other team.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll try to run with Rawls. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion. Again, it's Rawls. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something to develop slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Dagger! Let's go!
Here's Bridgewater. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Throwing again. Play. In trouble, and he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
The Redskins on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be third and a mile. Operating from the gun. Clay. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
To throw is Bridgewater. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Here's McKinnon, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
First down, Bridgewater. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Anderson, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6.
Let's go. Way 90. Ahead. Way 90.
Bridgewater now from the 50. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The reception good for 7. It's third down. On play action, it's Bridgewater. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Second down following the run. They run once more with McKinnon. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They go play action. Bridgewater. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. The 20. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. And give him a gain of 37. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. To the air again with Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Bridgewater again. Being chased out left. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And the lead is down to 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Forced out to his left, and he slides to avoid the hit. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Four yards remaining now on 2nd down.
Here we go.
And the wideout in motion. On 2nd down, Rawls pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Back to throw. Clay. And that is incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Rolls. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Thomas Rawls unable to push his way forward for the first. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, The defensive line guy's trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost, but this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jerick McKinnon, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Clay. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going down the middle, and it's complete. They get 31 yards that time. And that leads to a Washington 1st down.
We know it's tough enough to pick up 1st downs on 3rd down plays. But when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying. And on that play, the prayer was answered.
Again, Rawls. Rawls. He's been busy tonight. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And he motions the wide receiver. Following the penalty, it's Rawls. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Defense showing blitz. Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Here's Rawls. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion. On the ground, Rawls. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Thomas Rawls taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Rawls will try and run it in. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they wanted to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back near the 42. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they give this time to the tailback. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Counting down at 30 seconds remaining. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
They'll try and burn some clock with Rawls. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, you think back to some of the great OT games in postseason history. There have been a lot of them. I think in January 2016, Hail Mary from Aaron Rodgers, but the Cardinals were able to survive that game.
Yeah, you need a Larry Fitzgerald, which the Cardinals had, to trump an Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary, and they did so. But let's go back. 1982. Okay, don't say it. I know I'm the old guy here. But San Diego at Miami, one of the classic NFL games that was finally decided in overtime. Dan Fouts to Kellen Winslow, and the Chargers advanced to the AFC Championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.